तो भी आपके काम की चीज है. In all ways it is useful. Arav, Akshay, Sanjana, and Chinmay, Shyam, please turn on cameras quickly. Astha is already. Arav is there. Yes.
Sir, I'm not at home, so can I keep my camera off?
Okay. Shyam. Shyam तो अभी था थोड़ी पहले. चलो, chemical equilibrium के पहले समझते हैं. What is the meaning of it? So there are two type of reaction. One is irreversible, other is reversible. This is called irreversible, and this is called reversible. All of you know this. So I'll make the notes very concise and short. I'll not go in detail, but I'll cover all the points. I'll not miss any point. Is it clear? So that in minimum time, you get the complete review and understanding of the topic in the deepest level possible. That is the idea. ठीक है? वो सारे concepts cover हो जाए given time frame में. Irreversible, reversible. This reaction cannot show any equilibrium. This reaction shows. So what is equilibrium? Reactant goes into product, and product comes back into reactant. इसका मतलब आप ऐसे समझ लो कि if this is written, this is written. Okay. So if somebody gives you reactant, gives product, and this is both ways, that means reactant can become product, product can become reactant. Both ways reaction can happen. Is that fine? Now, having said that, how will you ensure that the reaction is following this route or this process? So you have to ensure that reactant or product, if it consists of gases, then the vessel must be closed. The reason is if vessel is open, gas bahar nikal jayega, then you can't do the reaction. It is no more reversible. Is it clear? So let's say you're doing a reaction calcium carbonate heating in an open vessel. CO2 is produced and goes out. Then we can't do anything, right? Is it clear? Astha, Arav, everybody. So the important thing is that we must ensure that vessel is closed if gases are involved. That's one major important point. Now, next thing is, what is meaning of equilibrium? So equilibrium में होता क्या है sir? So लिख लीजिए. At chemical equilibrium, few things happen. Number one, rate of forward direction of reaction becomes rate of backward direction of reaction. And those who are not very comfortable with the term rate, they can understand rate as speed of reaction. अब layman language में speed समझ लो. So forward direction speed and backward direction speed will start matching. Okay, that can be a layman understanding. Rate of forward and rate of backward become equal. Next point, concentration of reactants and product becomes stable. When I use word stable, that means now they're not changing much. The concentrations are stable. Okay, they become kind of fixed. These are two things which can define chemical equilibrium. What is chemical equilibrium? These are two things which can define chemical equilibrium. So at chemical equilibrium, the forward and backward reaction will match and the concentration of reactant and product will be stable. When you say stable, I'm not saying become exactly equal. So please understand this part. If you write any reaction, R gives P, reactant gives product. At constant temperature, P, we define a term, Kc, and Kc is concentration of product upon concentration of reactant. And we define Kp, which is pressure of product, pressure of reactant, if it is gas, of course. Okay. So what is this word? This is concentration. And what is this word? This is partial pressure. All right, everyone. इसमें कोई problem किसी को? Had it been an equation like this, 2a plus b give 3c. So what will be Kc? Kc will be c power 3 divided by a power 2 into b power 1. What will be Kp if it is gas? Can all of you write Kp? What will be Kp? Adil? Pc power 3 divided by
PC power 2.
Pa power 2 into Pb power 1. Product upon reactant. Always remember it is product upon reactant. Always. ठीक है? Product upon reactant के form में reaction लिखनी होंगी आपको. It's always product upon reactant. Is that clear? So what we are writing on top, everywhere, product. What we are writing at bottom, it is reactant. What are these numbers? So these numbers are picked up from here. Is it simple? Anyone having any doubts up to this part? Okay. KC, KP, you can write, you can always do such things. Any difficulty in this part? Any issues? GI, is it clear? Akshay, Shyam, Chinmay, Aravastha, Spriha, Iha, everyone, is it clear? Okay. Now, hear me out. There we define another term called QC. QC is called reaction quotient. Reaction quotient. And QC is like KC, but at any time t equals t. What was KC? KC is defined at equilibrium. When you solve KC, you define at equilibrium. But how do you calculate QC? QC can be solved at any time t equals t. That is a major difference between QC and KC. How do you calculate QC? Same as you calculated KC. जैसे अगर आप बोलते हो कि सर यहाँ पे QC कैसे निकालेंगे इसी इक्वेशन का, तो मैं बोलूंगा बेटा जो आपने यहाँ पे लिखा वही करो, सेम ही फॉर्मूला होगा, but now the values are at any temperature, any time t equals t. If somebody says find out QP, so QP का भी formula is same, but the values can be any t equals t. Anyone having problem in this discussion so far? So reaction quotient is like a parameter which can help you out identifying that the reaction is exactly where. Okay. So remember, if you say reaction exactly where, what is our understanding? What is our requirement? We want to understand, is reaction moving in forward side? Is reaction going in backward side? Is reaction already at equilibrium? You're just trying to check that. And with the help of QP and QC, you can always check that. So these are like indicators. Okay. I'll give one practical example from physics. Let's say this is a spring and block attachment. And this is mean free length L0 for mass M attached with a ball. So this is a normal length of spring. If you pull this block away from it, what will happen to this block? Spring will be stretched. You must have done with it, right? So where will the force come? The force will take you where? This is the mean position, right? This is the normal length position. So the force will take you where? Back. If you compress it, the force will take you again back. Exactly same as the role of QC and KC. So the mean position is KC. If QC is less than KC, you will move forward. If QC is more than KC, that means आप आगे आ गए, थोड़ा पीछे चले जाओ. If QP is less than KP, that means you'll move forward. If QP is more than KP, then you'll more towards forward, you have to come back. What is the final objective? Final objective is to reach KC, to reach KP in some time. To reach KC and to reach KP in some time. Is it clear? That is the final objective. Fine. So this discussion of physics and chemistry, you can understand together. Who will tell you whether you are left-hand side or right-hand side? QC will tell. How will you solve QC? Same formula. Can we solve QC at time t equals 0? Yes, you can. Can you solve QC at time t equals equilibrium? Yes, you can. Can you solve QC at any time t equals t? Yes, you can. Is it clear? So QC can be solved at any point of time. For example, अब मैं आपको एक छोटा सा यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ. H2 plus I2 gives 2HI. Now with one question, we'll try to learn many things. At time t equals 0, we have been given 2 moles of this and 2 moles of this. Please note down. 2 moles of this and 2 moles of this. AC is given as 4. Volume is given as 1 liter. Find out moles at equilibrium. कैसे करोगे? So at starting time t equals 0, you have been given moles 2 and 2. Volume आपको given है 1 liter. तो आप कोई भी रिएक्शन सॉल्व करने के लिए क्या करते हो? स्टार्टिंग में रिएक्टेंट्स हैं. आप बोलोगे भाई रिएक्शन प्रोग्रेस करेगी, तो मान लेता हूं मैं x गया. This is 1. This is also 1. So can I say here also I have to write x? Is that clear? So what I have to write here? This is 2. I have to write 2x here. समझ में आया? Now, what is volume here? 1 liter. Moles divided by volume. Moles divided by volume will give me, Adya, what is this going to be?
Concentration.
Concentration or molarity. Good. So what is Kc? Kc for this reaction is defined as Hi power 2, H2 power 1, I2 power 1, which is 2x power 2, 2 minus x power 1 and 2 upon 1 में तो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, that is same, and this is given as 4. So if you solve, this becomes 2x divided by 2 minus x whole square. So what is 2x upon 2 minus x? Plus minus 2. Whenever you take root, be careful, always use both the signs. But minus sign will not make much sense here. We'll see that later. But in mathematics, you should have this practice. Never take only plus sign. That can be a mistake sometimes. 4 minus 2x is 2x. So this gives x equals, or 4x is equal to 4, or x is equal to 1. Minus 2 loge. So this is 2x minus 4 is 2x. So ये मेरे को कुछ भी नहीं दे पा रहा है, nothing. Okay, this is not giving me anything. So can I say this value anyway is useless. Fine. So x is 1. As soon as we get x is 1, what will be the number of moles here? इसके moles हो जाएंगे 2, इसके moles हो जाएंगे 1, इसके moles हो जाएंगे 1. Mathematically also find 2 square upon 1 into 1 is 4. It's all matching. Is this question clear so far? Or if you understand this kind of question, Kc was given, he has it clear, Kc was given, we are solving how many number of moles are there. Now, from this question, we will learn a lot of things. So I'll take this question as a simple data. Remember, Kc is 4 if T is not changed. As soon as you change T, Kc can change. But if you not change T, Kc will not change. Kc will remain same. It is fixed, frozen. J, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now coming to the next discussion, if this point is clear. Now, at this case, at this particular position, you have tried something else. So you said you are introducing 1 mole of hydrogen. Now, when at time t equals t equal, equilibrium आ गया, अब आप यहाँ पे introduce करो 1 mole of H2. So what all changes do you observe? H2 plus I2 is 2Hi. Can I say equilibrium is no more valid because this was 1, 1 and 2. Now you have disturbed it. And I'm calling it some t equals t prime as a new time when equilibrium is disturbed. So at this time, what is happening? You have added at equilibrium what? You have added 1 mole of H2. यहाँ पे आपने 1 mole add कर दिया. Okay. As soon as you have added 1 mole of H2, you have disturbed the whole equilibrium. The whole balance of reaction is gone. The whole equilibrium is gone. Now the question is, gone to which side? Forward or backward? Where will it go? So always remember, since you are increasing reactant at equilibrium, reaction will try to, I repeat, reaction will try to consume the reactant while moving in forward direction. So in simple words, जो आप करोगे उसका उल्टा, action का reaction. So what's your action? You are increasing reactant. What's the reaction? It will oppose. It will try to reduce the H2. That is a common sense part, which you have done Newton's law in physics also, right? You pushed something, then you get opposite reaction, right? Same as in chemistry, right? Same logic. You increase H2, reaction will try to negate the change, nullify the change, overcome the change, whatever word you want to use, right? So if reaction is trying to nullify H2, can I say reaction will move in forward direction? If reaction will move in forward direction, let's say it is going to set up a new equilibrium at some time T prime equilibrium. ये नया equilibrium. Okay. So at that moment, what can you write mathematically? 1 plus 1 minus x. फिर से आप अब ये x की जगह पे अब अच्छा होगा आप कुछ और यूज करो वेरिएबल, बिकॉज x आप ऊपर यूज कर चुके हो, दैट कैन बी कंफ्यूजन. आई एम यूजिंग y दिस टाइम. ओके, ये स्मॉल हाइजीन इशू है जो ध्यान में रखो. डोंट यूज सेम वेरिएबल ऊपर और नीचे, इट विल बी अ प्रॉब्लम. सो कैन से सम y. What you can write here is another y, and here you can write Sham. What should I write here? 2 plus
Sir, you'll have to write 2 plus y.
2 plus y. Shyam is telling 2 plus y. Raise your hand if you're okay with this, everybody. Anyone having any other opinion? Chinmay?
Sir, I also think it's 2 plus y.
Anyone who is having different opinion?
2 plus 2y.
आंसर इज 2 प्लस 2y. इसका एक जाएगा, इसका एक जाएगा, तो इसका दो बनेगा भाई. ये तो सीख लो भाई, मूल कॉन्सेप्ट का बेसिक पार्ट है, डे 1 से हम लोग कर रहे हैं, राइट? H2 is consumed 1 unit, I2 is consumed 1 unit, HI will form how many units? 2 units. So if H2 is consumed y unit, I2 is consumed y unit, how much of this will form? Y or 2y? 2y. This is a common problem. That's why I emphasize this part. Is it clear? Arav, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So 2 plus 2y. All of you understand why 2 plus 2y? Look at the previous one. इधर also आपने 2x लिखा था x की जगह. ठीक है. इधर भी क्या होगा? फिर से 2y ही होगा. Now these are the new numbers. Are we changing volume so far? No change in volume. Since we are not changing volume, let's say somebody is not very sure. You are not understanding why the ratio is moving forward and you want to check whether this is right or wrong. So what option do you have? Which parameter will help you out? QC. तो चलिए QC निकाल के देखते हैं. QC कितना है? इस टाइम पे QC निकालो. वो आपको बता देगा कहाँ जाना है. 2 square divided by 2 into 1 is 4 by 2. That is 2. And QC is less than KC because KC is 4. And 2 is less than 4. So where are you heading? You are heading forward. Look at this. When QC is less than KC, we are heading forward. Again. So there are two options. One, you are smart enough to understand this moves forward. Very good. You can write. Even then you can just show that QC से मैंने निकाला. Other option, you're not understanding at all कि किधर जा रही reaction. कोई बात नहीं. Use maths. You say QC is less than KC, forward. QC is more than KC, backward. And QC is less than KC or more than KC, how will you decide? Formula में रख दो value. Are you understanding? Shyam, is it clear now? Sanjana, is it clear? So this is the new number. Sanjana, are you there with us?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what will be the value of KC? KC is 4. And the 4 is, again we say HI whole square divided by H21, I21. At new equilibrium, I am again redefining KC with the same value of KC because temperature has not been changed. So what will be the number here? 2 plus 2y whole square divided by 2 minus y into 1 minus y. कर लोगे? अब इसको ओपन कर लेते हैं. थोड़ी सी मैथ्स के लिए आपको यहाँ पे अपनी हेल्प करनी पड़ेगी, राइट? So 2 square plus 4y square plus 2 into 4 plus 8y हो जाएगा divided by 2 plus y square minus 3y is 4. So solve करके देखते हैं क्या आता है. Cross multiply 4y square minus 12y plus 8 is 4y square plus 8y plus 4. This gets cancelled. 12 and 8y, 12y को उधर लेके जाओ. This is 4. So, कितने आ रहा है? 20y is 4. Y is coming 1 by 5. सभी क्या आ रहा है? या मेरा ही आ रहा है? How much is y coming up? 1 by 2. एक बार चेक कर लो. 4y square 8 minus 12. 4 cancel. 20y is 4. What's the answer for y? Anyone? इतने आ रहा है या कुछ और आ रहा है?
So even I'm getting 1 by 5.
हाँ,
So even I'm getting the same answer.
1 by 5.
1 by 5.
How many getting 1 by 5? Why? Okay. Anyone getting some other answer? Okay. तो 1/5 से मान लेते 1/5 है, ठीक है, 1/5 ही आ रहा है तो 1/5 ही होगा. Why you getting some other answer? Sure. What is this? -5 2 times. One is -2i. So 1/5 अगर रखते हो वैल्यू तो कितनी आएगी वैल्यू आपकी? अब देखो नई इक्विलिब्रियम में फिर से वैल्यू चेक कर लो. ये हो गया 2 minus 1/5 that is 10 minus 1/5 that is 9/5. आंसर चेक भी करने को मिल जाएगा आपको. अगर आंसर गलत होगा तो केसी मैच ही नहीं करेगा. 1 minus 1/5 is 4/5 and 2 plus 2 times 1/5 is 10 plus 2 12/5. So check 12/5 whole square divided by 9/5 into 4/5. 5 सब cancel हो गए. This is 12 into 12 divided by 9 into 4. Comes 4. मतलब ठीक है. What we have done is right. So this is the way you can solve the new equilibrium setup. कितने लोगों को समझ में आ गया पूरा process? I did understand this. Raise your hand if it's clear. Anyone who has not understood? Shyam, is it clear? Chinmay?
Yes, sir.
Any problem in this part? Now, this is first variety of question you will come across. Okay. The second variety of question can be come back to the same place here only. This was, let's say, case number A. I'm trying to do in short, covering all the concepts. Okay, just to remind you. So now case number 2 is, let's say we are having equilibrium. And which equilibrium? I'm talking about this equilibrium where we had H2 plus I2 gives 2HI. K, C value is 4 units, volume is 1 liter. This is 2, this is 1, this is 1, and this was equilibrium. Purana wala equilibrium. Basically, I'm talking about this situation. Either. Okay. Now you are disturbing this in a different way this time. Last time what you did? You put H2. If I ask the same question, now you put I2, and that I2 is, let's say you are introducing I2 1 more. What kind of changes will happen in the question? Can I say no changes? Because H2, I2 are having same numbers, 1, 1. H2, I2 are having same coefficient, 1, 1. So if somebody asks, if you're introducing 1 mole of iodine at equilibrium, how will you solve? I'll say, this is my answer. Sab kuch wahi hoga. The only thing is, if it is I2 1 mole, I'll just write here I2 and write here H2. Samajh mein aa raha hai? Don't you think it is exactly same? There is, everything is same and same answer will be, right? We'll be getting same answer mathematically also. Case number 3. Case number 3. Third case is, if I ask a question, we are removing HI at equilibrium. अब क्या होगा बताओ? आप equilibrium पे HI को remove कर रहे हो, तो आपको लिखना पड़ेगा फिर से. We'll just write this expression. So we'll say equilibrium is no more. I have removed, let's say, X unit. If I have removed X unit, can you guess what will happen to the reaction? You have removed HI. So reaction will move again backward or forward?
Forward.
जो आप करोगे उसको अल्टरेशन करेगी. आपने HI को कम किया, reaction HI को बढ़ाएगी. How will it बढ़ाएगी? By moving forward. So the new equilibrium will be set up, let's say double prime. In this process, 1 minus Y, okay, 1 minus Y, 2 minus X plus Y. Let's say you have removed 1 mole at equilibrium. No, 1 mole remove kiya tha. Removing 1 mole of HI at equilibrium. Then the question is, what is the new setup? So you removed 1 mole means X is 1. Okay. So what is the new setup? New setup is looking like this. Volume is 1 liter. We should not bother about 1 because 1 anyway will be there. But remember, there are questions where volume will create problem for you. So don't have habit of missing out volume. Always write volume, always write concentration. Is that clear?
So won't it be 2 by in HR?
2 by?
2 minus x plus 2y.
Very good. This should be 2y. बिल्कुल सही बोला इसने. ठीक है? Any difficulty in this part? Now, this x is how much? This x is 1. So I'm just putting the value of this 1 and rewriting the whole expression. It is 1 minus y, 1 minus y, and this is 2 minus 1 because x is given as 1. So you can say 1 plus 2y. ये आपके numbers आ गए sir. Mathematical equation 1 plus 2y whole square divided by 1 minus y equals 4. Remember, Kc never changes. One thing which can change Kc is temperature. Nothing else can change Kc. Okay? One thing that can change Kc is temperature. Concentration cannot change Kc. Volume cannot change Kc. Moles, if you increase, that will not change Kc. Kc is equilibrium constant that will remain same unless until you change the temperature. How much is number coming up? It is 1 plus 2y upon 1 minus y whole square is 4. So mathematically 1 plus 2y upon 1 minus y is plus minus 2. Minus sign will not make much sense. But yeah, we always keep as a habit and to be mathematically correct. So this is the result. 1 plus 2y is 2 minus 2y. कितना आता है? 4y is 1, y comes 1 by 4. कितने आ रहा है? Take the minus sign. 1
Yes,
plus 2y
sir.
upon 1 minus y. कितने आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
ये आएगा आपका minus 2 plus 2y. So solve करोगे यहाँ से कुछ भी नहीं मिलेगा. So minus sign आप ignore कर सकते हो, but suggestible है कि see, when you start doing some exception to some case, it will be a problem at later stage. So I suggest that better not to do those things. Mathematically, whatever is correct, you do that process. You know that minus will not give anything. Okay, keep in mind. So y is 1 by 4. What will be this number? So 1 plus 2 into 1 by 4 is basically 1 plus 1 by 2. And this is 1 minus 1 by 4 is 3 by 4. And this is also 3 by 4. So what's my answer? 3 by 2 upon 3 by 4 into 3 by 4. Check करके देखते हैं कितना होता है. Sorry, 3 by 2 square है ना. तो 4 तो cancel हो जाएगा, 3 square cancel हो जाएगा. It will be 4. That means मेरा आंसर ठीक है. आ गया. चेक करो KC4 आ रहा है सबका. So this is the next situation when you are removing something. This is how the equilibrium will be set up. Is it clear, everyone? Spreya, is it clear? Astha, is it clear? Jia, is it clear? Akshay, Sanjana, Shyam, Arav has left out. Arav निकल लिया. Chemical equilibrium की extra class के लिए एकदम परेशान था वो बच्चा. Chemical equilibrium सर 5 बार बोला था उसने. And जब class लगाई तो
No,
गायब.
sir. He said he had a power cut. He's joining.
Okay. Fine. Let him be back. Any difficulty in this? Any issues in this? अच्छा जी. अब आ जाइए आप. Next. Case number 4. और क्या हो सकता है रिएक्शन में? तो मैं एक ही क्वेश्चन से सारा कुछ एक्सप्लेन कर दे रहा हूँ. QP एक्सप्लेन कर दिया, सॉरी QC एक्सप्लेन कर दिया, KC एक्सप्लेन कर दिया, एडिशन ऑफ H2 एक्सप्लेन कर दिया, एडिशन ऑफ I2 एक्सप्लेन कर दिया, रिमूवल ऑफ HI एक्सप्लेन कर दिया. Now I'm changing. Let's say case number 4 is increasing volume to 2 liters. अब क्या होगा? Increasing volume to 2 liters. What will happen? So we'll say our equation was H2 plus I2 gives 2HI. I'm coming to the first equation. 1, 1 and 2. T equals equilibrium. Volume was 1 liter. You are making it 2 liter. So as soon as you make it 2 liter, you have to write 2 here. And as soon as you write 2 here, you have to calculate QC. Always calculate QC in such cases. What is the value of QC? 2 by 2 whole square upon 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. Mathematically, this is 4, which is same as KC. Since QC is equal to KC, I'll say no change. I'll say it is still at equilibrium. Akshay, is it clear? Now,
Yes, sir.
try to understand why this reaction is not showing any change, because its delta N value, which is defined as summation of products N minus summation of reactants N. 2, 1, 1. What is 1 plus 1? 2. This is product. This is reactant. And product minus reactant. You add products, you add reactants. They're all gases. Everything is to be considered. Answer is 2 minus 1 plus 1, which is 0. So whenever delta N is 0, note down, whenever delta N is 0, or delta Ng is 0. Ng for considering the gaseous molecule also there, right? Arav, you're back?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Arav, this part you were there. Y is 1 by 4.
No, I
Last
missed the second half, so I'll just take a screenshot.
Yeah, take the screenshot. I thought Arav skipped the class, but I got information that you had power cut. Okay. Case 4, volume is changed to 2 liters. 1 liter से 2 liter volume कर रहे हो आप. So what we are going to do, you will just put 2 and solve for QC. QC will come 4. 4 is same as KC. So you'll observe that QC is KC, that means no change. And why it is happening, I'm giving the reason. Reason is delta Ng is 0. Delta Ng अगर 0 होगा तो ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं होगा. Is that clear, everybody? Yeah, change in volume will not affect the reaction. Whenever delta Ng is 0, write down change in volume or change in pressure, no effect. कहीं भी apply करो कभी गलत नहीं होगा. Is that clear? So this is also learned. Coming to the next part, volume change हो सकता है. What else can change? So these are multiple cases that we have done. Now coming to the Kp part, and how do we write Kp for different expressions and cases? Let's do that. So write the heading Kp. Kp alpha vapor density. ये भी यहाँ की काफी समय से समस्या रही. So you have one more chance to learn this. Okay, and molecular weight. ठीक है, इसके जितने भी केसेस बन सकते हैं मैं सारे करा देता हूँ in all possible ways. So first of all, what is molecular weight? इसकी definition आपको आनी चाहिए. Molecular weight is weight of 1 mole of compound, right? The simple thing, gram per mole is the unit. Okay. There is something called reactions molecular weight or average molecular weight of reactions. So for example, if you are given a reaction PCl5 gives PCl3 plus Cl2 and they are all in gas phase. At time t equals 0, let's say we have just 1 unit of PCl5. So what is initial molecular weight of reaction? PCl5 alone is representing the reaction, right? So PCl5's molecular weight is the overall molecular weight. Can you observe that? That if I take 1 mole of PCl5, whatever is the weight, that same is the weight of the reaction mixture at t equals 0 because there's nothing else, right, apart from PCl5. But as the reaction progresses, let's say this is 1 minus alpha, this will be alpha, and alpha is defined as degree of dissociation, which we are doing in ionic equilibrium also as degree of ionization or degree of dissociation. Okay. Remember CH3COH becoming CH3CO minus H plus, C minus C alpha is C alpha, C alpha, C alpha into C alpha upon C minus C alpha is K, and solving all those things, we get C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha is K. We have done in ionify. And then alpha is very, very small in front of 1 and neglection and alpha comes root K by C and all those things. So that's a same kind of discussion for ionic, which is application of chemical equilibrium. So in this case, can we write this? Now this, please practice in such a way because this will keep on coming in this topic, in solution colligative, in electrochemistry, in thermodynamics, in chemical kinetics. आएगा ही आएगा तो एक बार आपको सीखना पड़ेगा. How do we write equation? How do we write equation? 1, 1, 1. So alpha, alpha, alpha. Had it been 2, had it been 3, 3. Had it been 2 here also, then this. No. यहीं पे फंस जाता है. Alpha is always going out of 1. Alpha यहाँ पे alpha ही रहता. Okay? तो ये चीज आपको ध्यान रखनी है. So write down the definition of alpha. Goes out of 1. ये major problem. Alpha is something that goes out of 1. Okay? It cannot go out of 2. Never ever it can be 2 minus 2 alpha. Sir, I was writing different alpha. My alpha is not degree of dissociation. I am writing just as a variable. भाई बीटा चूज कर लो, x चूज कर लो, y चूज कर लो, पूरी इंग्लिश के इतने अल्फाबेट्स है कोई भी चूज कर लो, ठीक है, अपना नाम लिख लो वहां पे, ओके, 2 minus your name becoming 2 times your name, but please use some other variable. Don't use alpha. Alpha is reserved for what? Arrow is again slipped off. Alpha is reserved for what? Degree of dissociation.
Degree of dissociation.
And alpha is always defined for how much goes out of 1. You cannot change, I cannot change, nobody can change. Okay? सर मैं अल्फा प्राइम रखूंगा, मतलब ठीक है, अगर आपने दिल पे ले लिया कि नहीं मेरे को अल्फा के साथ ही खेलना है तो ठीक है, दैट्स ओके, बट देयर आर मेनी वेरिएबल्स व्हिच बीटा भी होता है, एक्स होता है, वाई होता है, एम एन पी क्यू ए बी सी डी कुछ भी रख लो, राइट? Keep alpha for one use, degree of dissociation, what is going out of 1. Why I'm telling this? This will make your life easier in solution, electro, thermodynamics, kinetics, average molecular weight of mixture everywhere. Now, just look at this. 1 minus alpha, 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 what is total coming up? Add all of them. So see, this is the reactant. अब यहाँ पे common confusion जो बच्चों को भी बता देता हूँ. This is reactant. These are the product. So what are total number of moles? Total number of moles कितने हैं? 1 minus alpha plus alpha plus alpha, which is 1 plus alpha. सोचो, आपने reaction की शुरुआत, you started the reaction with 1 mole, now you have 1 plus something. You started reaction with 1, but you are having 1 plus something. Now give me a basic idea without even doing any calculation. Is the mass of reaction initially and now is same or different? क्या रिएक्शन का मास चेंज हो सकता है टाइम के साथ? Can we create mass and destroy mass? We are not doing any radioactive process here. It's a simple reaction, chemical reaction. So masses cannot change. So whatever the mass of PCl5 we were having earlier, that same will be the mass of mixture now. How many agree with this? Raise your hand. Mass of PCl5 initially and mass of mixture now will match. Sharma, is it clear? But now we have more moles. So what should happen to our molecular weight? Spriya? मोल्स बढ़ गए, मास सेम है, तो मॉलिक्यूलर वेट को क्या हुआ होगा? स्प्रेया डिक्रीज. गुड, ये समझ में आया सभी को? यू हैव, हाँ जी, उधर 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 फेंक दिए सारी. हाँ जी, ये समझ में आ रहा है? So 1 is becoming 1 plus alpha. Mass of PCl5 is same as mass of reaction mixture. Agree? Mass of PCl5 is same as mass of reaction mixture. So mathematically what I'm trying to convey here is that mass of PCl5, molecular weight of PCl5, इसको ऐसा लिख लो, molecular weight of PCl5 into moles कितने थे इसके? 1 will be molecular weight of mixture into moles कितने? 1 plus alpha. Here try to understand this line. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
बहुत दबी आवाज में बोले yes sir. Is it clear?
Yes, I understood this part.
You understood this part. तो फिर तो यही तो part और कुछ है ही नहीं इसमें. Molecular weight into 1 is molecular weight mixture into 1 plus alpha. Now what is molecular weight and vapor density connection?
सर आज समझ में आया है.
Vapor density is density of a gas ratio taken with hydrogen at same temperature and pressure. Note down please. This we have done in mole concept in very starting of grade 11. Okay, I'm pretty sure that many of you have forgotten, so please note down again. Vapor density of a gas is defined as density of a gas ratio taken with density of hydrogen gas at temperature and pressure. Now we know PV is nRT. PV is nRT. N is weight by molecular weight. Moles is what? Weight by molecular weight. ये समझ में आता है आपको? What is moles? Weight by molecular weight. So if you send this V other side, what is W by V? Density. Mass by volume is what? Density. So this formula also you should know. P is dRT by M or PM is dRT. Now can I say D is PM by RT? चलिए इसको अप्लाई करते हैं, तो देखा जाए इसको कैसे अप्लाई करेंगे. D gas is P upon dR into M gas. कर लोगे? So let's try to put P is constant, T is constant, R is constant. We know pressure is constant, temperature is constant for both the things, right? And R is also universal gas constant. So what is variable? Shyam, what is variable?
So here only the mass,
Mass, molecular weight. Molecular
molecular
mass,
weight.
molecular weight of gas. So can we say that D gas is molecular weight of gas upon molecular weight of hydrogen gas? D1 upon D2 is molecular weight upon molecular weight, right? D proportional to हम आ गया कि नहीं? देखो. So use कर लिया जाए. So molecular weight of gas upon hydrogen का कितना होता है molecular weight? 2 units. So vapor density connection क्या निकल के आई? Vapor density multiplied by 2 is molecular weight. Done. So this formula we will always use. Vapor density into 2 is molecular weight. Double the vapor density, you get molecular weight. If I give some mixtures, vapor density is 38.3. What is its molecular weight? Come on. Adya. Vapor density is 30.3. What is molecular weight of mixture? 76.6. Kar loge? Okay, now coming back to this question. Can we say molecular weight is PCl5 is given? So it is 2 times vapor density of PCl5. As I accept now. And this is 2 times vapor density of mixture into 1 plus alpha. Can you write like this? Can I use this formula or not? Which we have derived here. यहाँ use करने के लिए derive किया था ना? Okay. अब देखो ये 2 उड़ गया, cancel हो गया. यहाँ से एक result निकल के आता है. Result is, so I'm writing this result here. Vapor density of PCl5 is vapor density of mixture times 1 plus alpha, or vapor density of PCl5 if I represent by a term T and this by a D prime. इसको कुछ books में ऐसा भी लिखते हैं. If you read Sengage or any other book, you'll find these kind of terms. D by D prime is 1 plus alpha. Okay. ऐसा result निकाल लोगे. But see, all these results we know already because we know the fundamentals, right? We can always derive. Can we also say that another result is molecular weight of mixture is molecular weight of PCl5 upon 1 plus alpha? ये भी बात समझ में आनी चाहिए. Okay. Why upon 1 plus alpha? Astha, because molecular weight of mixture is smaller and we are dividing by big numbers so that we become lesser, right? You understand this? This part is clear, Astha?
Sir, can you repeat?
I'm saying why we are dividing it here. Is it clear? This relation.
Oh,
Yes,
how
sir.
we took like 1 by alpha, 1 plus alpha is divided like on both the sides, right?
No, 1 plus alpha. हाँ ऐसे भी समझ सकते हैं आप. That's okay. और इसको उधर लेके आ जाए. Any difficulty in this? This result is clear. Now let's say tomorrow you get a question which is a general question. How will you write this expression? Let's say they give N1A, N2B, N3C. And initially A moles are given at time t equals 0. So mathematically you are writing t equals T equilibrium. I'm dealing with the D, like most difficult case now, so that you can find other cases much easier. So one approach is you write A minus X. Okay, so one can say A minus X. So this will be N2 by N1X, N3 by N1X. ये तो रोज समझ में आ रहा है. If I'm writing A minus X, you have to use this. Or if you're not okay with this, somebody can say A minus N1Y, N2Y, N3Y. एक ये भी तरीका है. Which is good. Second one is easier. Somebody can say, no, I'm not happy with both of them. I will write something different. A minus A alpha, N2 by N1 times A alpha, N3 by N1 times A alpha. All are correct. There's nothing wrong in any of them. Why? Because look at the first one where you say X goes out of A. So basically, if X goes out of A, if N1 goes out of A, how much of this forms N2? So if 1 goes out of this, how much of this form N2 by N1? So if X goes out of this, how much of this will form N2 by N1 into X? ये समझ में आ रहा है? These are all ways to write the expression. This is N3 by N1X. How many of you understood the first method? Raise your hand. First way is correct, writing equation. Okay, now second one. Second one is much easier. I'm just copying this information N1 here and writing y, copying this information n2 here, writing y, copying this information n3 here, and writing y. That's another approach to write. Third approach is using alpha. Now alpha we discussed, which goes out of 1. एक से जो जाएगा वो अल्फा है, तो a से जो जाएगा वो कितना होगा? क्या मैं a से अल्फा जा सकता है? नहीं, अभी बताया। अल्फा हमेशा किससे जाता है? लिखा है आपने, अल्फा ऑलवेज गोज आउट ऑफ 1, ऑलवेज कीप इन माइंड। सो 1 से अल्फा जाएगा तो a से कितना जाएगा? बोलो मैथमेटिकली, 1 से
A
अल्फा
alpha.
जाएगा तो a से कितना जाएगा? a अल्फा, इसलिए मैंने a अल्फा लिख दिया। अगर ये a अल्फा गया तो ये कितना बनेगा? n2 by n1 into a alpha. Why? Because if this goes n1, this becomes n2. If this goes 1, this becomes n2 by n1. Same story. So कितने लोगों को समझ में आ गया कि यार तीनों ही चीजें सही हैं, कुछ भी गलत नहीं है इसमें। And we also understand that x is n1y and x is a alpha. इतना समझ गया तो एक बार हैंड रेज करो। गुड चिन्मय, जिया को भी समझ में आ गया, शाम को भी आ गया, अक्षय को भी आ गया, आरो को भी आ गया, संजना को भी आ गया है, ऐसा मैं assume करता हूँ। आस्था डन,
Yes, sir.
इहा डन, स्प्रेया डन, ठीक है, सभी को आ गया, डन। So can you write any equation now without any problem? First, make yourself comfortable writing equation, because 90% times student do mistake in writing equation only. वो शुरू में लिखते हैं, गलत वहीं पे हो जाता है, आगे कुछ करते रहो, टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे होते हो। How to write correct equation you should understand. You should be very clear about it. Now, if that is clear, can we say total number of moles for me can be written as this or this or this, कुछ भी हो सकते हैं। तो अगर मैं एक लाइन लिखूं यहाँ पे, A into molecular weight of A, capital A, is A minus A alpha plus N2 by N1 A alpha plus N3 by N1 A alpha times molecular weight of mixture। तो मेरी बात से कितने लोग एग्री करेंगे? What I'm telling is this into mixture, this into starting member A। सभी को एग्री करना चाहिए, मतलब ऐसा कुछ अलग तो नहीं बोला मैंने। See, what I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to say the same thing, but with a more complex format, right? रिजल्ट में कोई डिफरेंस थोड़ी हुआ। अच्छा जी, अगर ये भी समझ में आ गया आपको तो फिर देखिए, molecular weight of A can be written as 2 times vapor density of A into A। ये सारा कुछ मैं एक साथ इकट्ठा करता हूँ, A माइनस, ना एक काम करते हैं, A बाहर लेते हैं, अल्फा बाहर लेते हैं और उस पूरी चीज को अरेंज करते हैं। चलेगा? Two cancel, A cancel, because A you can take common also, no, from here. This will be just 1. So how many understand that D will be coming as D upon D prime? This was D, this was D, and this was D prime. As per our old notation, is coming as 1 minus alpha times 1 minus N2 by N1 minus N3 by N1. अब जो एग्जाम में क्वेश्चंस ऐसे भी आए हुए हैं, they have given a graph to plot between D by D prime versus some D prime or something randomly, right? और लेट्स से इसको उन्होंने सॉल्व करा के कुछ वैल्यू पूछ दी, तो आप कोई भी ग्राफ भी बना सकते हो। मैथमेटिकली यू कैन डू एनीथिंग एंड एवरीथिंग। इज इट क्लियर? इज दिस रिजल्ट क्लियर टू एवरीवन? Arrow, is it clear? So all these things you can easily do. Now, practically speaking, जिसको ध्यान से ऑब्जर्व करो, देखो लिखा क्या हुआ है इसमें, थोड़ा और ओपन करते हैं। This is 1 minus alpha times n1 minus n2 minus n3 divided by n1, okay, which is 1 minus, और माइनस में कर देता हूँ प्लस अल्फा अपॉन n1, और प्लस करते दिस इज n3 plus n2 minus n1 is d by d prime, right? Please look at this number, n3 plus n2 minus n1, This plus this minus this. What is this number called? Very good. Delta Ng is called summation of products minus summation of reactants coefficients, which is, in this case, had it been all gases. अभी gas नहीं तो ध्यान रखना होगा. I'm assuming all gases. N2 plus N3 minus N1. This value we can use. So this is 1 plus alpha by N1. This is what? Delta Ng is D by D prime. Or D minus D prime upon D prime is alpha delta Ng upon N1. So you can play around and solve any number of questions based on this. Is it okay? Is it all okay? So vapor density, molecular weight, इसमें कोई दिक्कत तो नहीं आएगी? Yeah, is it clear now? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any kind of graph, anything they ask, you should be able to solve now. Everybody. Fine? D by D prime versus something or कुछ भी. See, question can be of any format. But if you know the result, you can always do it and get it. Fine? Equations आपको करना आता है. So this is all about vapor density and molecular weight discussion. Now coming back and connect with alpha and Kp. So I'll take the first example once again. This is the example. PCl5 giving PCl3 and chlorine. So please write down, starting with 1 time t equals 0, equilibrium 1 minus alpha, alpha. Now it will look very simple. क्या करा के आ गए तो बहुत easy सी बात है. Total number of moles 1 plus alpha. Now these are all moles. Remember, these are all moles. This is also moles. How many of you remember what is mole fraction? Mole fraction is defined as fraction of moles in the given set, right? So number of moles total मेरे पास है 1 plus alpha. और इस पे पहले वाले के moles कितने हैं? 1 minus alpha. So mole fraction of PCl5 कितना होगा? Can you say this number? How about mole fraction of PCl3? Arav,
Yes, sir.
how much?
So, 1 second.
Sanjana,
Sir, is it A by 1 plus alpha?
this
I
is
mean,
alpha,
sorry, alpha by 1 minus alpha. 1 plus alpha.
1 plus alpha. Correct. What about mole fraction of Cl2? Same. Alpha upon 1 plus alpha. Arav, is it clear? Moles upon, see, formula for this you can say moles upon total moles.
Yes, sir.
तो लिखे 1 minus alpha, divide कर दो total से. Total यहाँ लिखा हुआ है, right? So can we say we can all get mole fraction at time t equals t equilibrium, which is 1 minus alpha upon 1 plus alpha, alpha upon 1 plus alpha, and alpha upon 1 plus alpha. This is PCl5 becoming PCl3 plus Cl2 at equilibrium. Any problem? These are all mole fractions. Mole fraction multiplied with total pressure at equilibrium. Let's say P. Total pressure at equilibrium is P. Equilibrium means when the reaction is achieving equilibrium, what is the total pressure is given as P. If you multiply P here, what is mole fraction into total pressure called? तो इसको देख लेते हैं एक बार.
Partial pressure.
Mole fraction into, very good, Jia. It's called partial pressure. यहाँ. किसने आंसर किया? जिया ने किया, यहाँ ने किया.
Sir, I did.
Okay. Mole fraction into total pressure is partial pressure. So partial pressure upon total pressure is mole fraction. Note down, please. इसको रटने की जरूरत नहीं है. Don't need to mug it up. Simple thing is mole fraction means what? Moles upon total moles. What is partial pressure? Pressure of a gas. What is total pressure? Upon total pressure. So basically, if you observe closely, you're writing P proportional to N. And then you're saying P1 proportional to N1, P2 proportional to N2. So P1 upon P1 plus P2 is equal to N1 upon N1 plus N2. यही कर रहा हूँ. But इसमें mathematically कुछ ऐसा बहुत major नहीं है. And why P proportional to N? Because PV is nRT. So if volume is constant, temperature is constant for ideal gas, P proportional to N. Is that clear? So what is this P1? It is partial pressure of 1. What is P1 plus P2? P total. What is N1? Moles of 1. What is N1 plus N2? Moles total. What is this whole thing? Mole fraction of 1. So what is the formula? Partial pressure of 1 is mole fraction of 1 into P total. Is it simple? How much understood the formula? Understood the formula. Not need to mug up, right? Understood. Mole fraction is pressure fraction. Mole fraction is pressure fraction. Moles upon total mole is pressure upon total pressure. So, of course, this is mole fraction. If you multiply P here, all these values will become what? Spriha, what will this become? What is this value? Spriha?
I'm not sure.
Are Who
Could
was
you
the
repeat
father
the
of Akbar?
question?
Who was the father of Akbar? If you say not sure, I am okay because I'm teaching chemistry, not history. But I'm teaching something, I'm telling the formula, then you're not sure what is meaning of the statement.
Could you repeat the question?
My question is, what is this value? Mole fraction in total pressure is what? यहाँ पे लिखा है
Partial pressure.
partial pressure. इसमें sure unsure तो होना ही नहीं, तो लिख बता रहा हूँ, बोल रहा हूँ, उसको पूछ रहा हूँ आपसे. Please be present in class, both physically, mentally, psychologically, in all possible ways. Okay. PP क्वेश्चन किसी से किसी भी कभी पूछा जा सकता है, राइट? तो आप ये मत सोचना कि क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछा जाएगा, तो प्लीज बी प्रेजेंट. ओके, दिस इज पार्शियल प्रेशर PCl5, PCl3, Cl2. These are all partial pressures, right? Okay, now partial pressure निकालना आ गया आपको. So what you are supposed to do, you'll write moles, you'll write mole fraction, you multiply total pressure, you'll get partial pressure. Once you get partial pressure, can you get Kp also? Kp is defined for this reaction as pressure of PCl3 into pressure of chlorine divided by pressure of PCl5. Anyone having doubt in this? Kp का फॉर्मूला में क्या है, Kc का फॉर्मूला क्या है? Who is out? कोई तो चला गया एक व्यक्ति. Who is missing? Akshay. Akshay is missing now. Anyway, so PCl3. PCl3 के लिए वैल्यू रखो alpha divided by 1 plus alpha into P. Sham, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
And this will be 1 minus alpha upon 1 plus alpha into P. Can we say this number is equal to Kp? Will all reaction have same Kp? No. Reactions Kp is dependent on the coefficients. What coefficients are used? Right? Now, can we simplify this? So see, whenever you see this kind of thing, you please cancel. So फटाफट cancel कर दो ताकि आपका थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे load कम हो जाए. And then you multiply. Don't multiply before and then cancel later. Don't do that. Alpha square into P divided by 1 plus alpha into 1 minus alpha, which is alpha square P divided by 1 minus alpha square. That's Kp. Cross multiply. Kp तो आ गया. Let's say they want alpha in terms of Kp. Then how to do? Kp minus Kp alpha square is alpha square P. So Kp is alpha square P plus Kp, and alpha comes under root of Kp divided by P plus Kp. This is an old IDJ question. आ चुका एक बार. When it was subjective. Prove that alpha is this. Can you solve such questions? Can you solve alpha in terms of P and Kp? If they give P and Kp, you can get alpha. Akshay is back. Welcome, Akshay. What happened to you?
Sir, my internet dropped.
Okay. Internet की बहुत problem है. I don't know. Which internet you use?
Sir, I use
Airtel?
Airtel.
Aro, what do you?
I think ACT, but like I had a power cut, so it wasn't an internet issue.
Internet. No, I'm just asking.
Yes,
Not
sir.
okay. What? How many of you use Airtel? Raise your hand. Airtel वाले. ACT, जियो, जियो, बॉम्बे में जियो चलता है ना, बॉम्बे में जियो चलता है। ओके, बॉम्बे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, अंबानी, राइट, रिलायंस पावर, इंटरनेट, अंबानी, और क्या क्या है, एयरपोर्ट, अदानी। चलो, एनीवेज, केपी इज दिस, केपी इज दिस, KP is alpha square, and you can solve KP for any of the questions and get the numbers. Is it clear? So, just for practice, try one small question and then we proceed further in this discussion. The question goes like this: 2SO3 gas, 2SO2 gas plus O2 gas. Time t equals 0, A moles are given. Find out its Kp. You can assume alpha as degree of distance. So I need answer in terms of alpha. Total pressure at equilibrium is given as PT or P, you can say. PT लिख लो. Right.
So we have to find Kp.
Yes. Find Kp in terms of the given numbers. A, you can use alpha is given. टोटल कितना होगा? ये प्लस पूरे के नीचे रहेगा, लाइन वो लाइन पूरे पे है। अच्छा, 2A प्लस ये अल्फा बाई बी, ठीक है। So can you all realize when you do the mole fraction, A will get cancelled? When you write mole fraction, A will get cancelled. So how do we write? We can say A minus. Remember, I cannot write A minus 2 alpha. It is wrong. I cannot write A minus alpha. That is also wrong. So the correct starting of the question, you please learn again and again. I'm emphasizing the same part. What shall I write? A minus A alpha. हमेशा ध्यान रखो. Alpha is something which goes out of 1. 10 times I have told so far, right? So A minus 2 alpha लिखा है तो गलत है, A minus alpha लिखा है तो गलत है. आप बोलोगे सर मैं अल्फा, मेरा अल्फा नहीं है, X है, तो भाई X लिख लो. Okay, and then X को अल्फा में convert करो. But that's a long way, right? Is it clear, everyone? So how to initiate the question? Spriya, is it clear? What shall I write? Spriya will answer. A minus
A alpha.
Very good. Here?
2A alpha.
नहीं, यही नहीं करना था. बस यही नहीं करना था. यही सिखा रहा हूं मैं शुरू से. 2 goes 2 forms. A alpha goes how much will form? 2 goes 2 forms.
A alpha.
रिलेशन रीड करना सभी को सीखना पड़ेगा. 2 goes 2 form. A alpha goes A alpha forms. Is it clear? 2A alpha नहीं बनेगा. वही बोलो कि मैक्सिमम बच्चे क्या करते हैं, यहीं पे गलत कर देते, तो फिर सब कुछ गलत होता रहता है. What is the next part? Sneha, you have to answer it.
Alpha.
हाँ,
Will it be alpha?
ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है कि आपको अल्फा होना चाहिए? If this goes 2, how much of this forms?
2
इसका कितना जा रहा है ए अल्फा, तो ये कितना बनेगा?
A alpha
अच्छा, अगर ये 2 बनता है तो ये कितना बन रहा है?
1
तो अगर ये ए अल्फा बन रहा है तो ये कितना बनेगा? अगर ये 2 बन रहा है तो ये 1 बन रहा है, अगर ये ए अल्फा बनेगा तो ये कितना बनेगा?
A alpha by 2
गुड मॉर्निंग, क्या कर रहे हो भाई? इट्स वेरी बेसिक थिंग, a alpha by 2. You can connect here also. If this is 2, this is 1. If this is a alpha, this is a alpha by 2. ऐसे भी कर सकते हो. Wherever you will connect, it will be same. It won't change. Why you were telling alpha? Alpha तो कोई मतलब ही नहीं बना ना उसका. A भी हटा दिया आपने. Please be careful. थोड़ा ध्यान से करिए please. Total number of moles, A minus A alpha plus A alpha plus A alpha upon 2. This cancels. It is A plus A alpha upon 2, which you can write 2A plus A alpha upon 2, or you can keep it like that also. It's okay. Mole fractions निकाल लेते हैं. A minus A alpha divided by, so I can keep 2A plus A alpha upon 2. I'll take 2 up. A alpha divided by 2A plus A alpha upon 2. I'll keep 2 up. And A alpha upon 2. Again, I can keep 2A plus A alpha. Then 2 up. Is that okay? Now see, in this expression, this A wala term get cancelled. Okay. In this expression, this A wala term get cancelled. In this expression, A wala term get cancelled. That means if A moles are not given and you start with 1 mole, 10 mole, 20 mole, whatever moles, your answer is not going to change. Are you understanding this part? So initial number of moles are not going to matter because eventually mole fraction that gets cancelled. Is it clear, everyone? Please write on the sentence. Initial number of moles will not matter because it eventually gets cancelled in mole fraction statement. ठीक बात है? तो आपका आंसर क्या है? यहाँ पे 2 भी उड़ जाएगा. ठीक है, ये क्या बचा? अल्फा डिवाइडेड बाय, राइट? नाउ दिस a is gone. This is 2 plus alpha. Everything is gone. इधर पे 2 alpha divided by 2 plus alpha. And यहाँ पे 2 times 1 minus alpha divided by 2 plus alpha. ऐसा आ रहा है? Please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if you try to solve this expression, answer will be square of this. Why? Because 2 is here. Into power of 1 because 1 is here. Divided by square of this because 2 is here. कितने लोगों को ये समझ में आ गया? एक बार हैंड रेज कर दीजिए if it is clear. Square of second, first one normal divided by the SO3 things whole square. Is that okay? Now, if you solve this value, you can get the value of Kp. Anyone who has solved everything and got the answer? So see, 2 plus alpha को पहले यहाँ से cancel कर दो. ये देखो cancel हो गया. 2 plus alpha whole square ही चला गया. ठीक बात है? So what is remaining? So remaining is 4 alpha square multiplied by alpha divided by 2 plus alpha. And then 2 square is 4. 1 minus alpha square. ऐसा एक टर्म बनेगा, ये भी कैंसिल हो जाएगा. Cube of alpha divided by 2 plus alpha into 1 minus square of alpha. 1 minus alpha whole square. Right? कुछ ऐसा बन के आ रहा है स्ट्रक्चर?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now sometimes even like in JEE kind of exam, they've asked not exactly this question, but some question where they said alpha is very, very small in front of 1. And then find out Kp. अगर ऐसा कुछ given होता, if given, then you would have written Kp is cube of alpha upon 2 plus alpha 1 minus alpha square. You'll say this is negligible in front of 2, and this is negligible in front of 1. So this will become alpha whole cube divided by 2, and rest all is done. So 2 Kp cube root can be written as P. आपका मिसिंग है, P भी तो लाना पड़ेगा भाई. पी तो बोला ही नहीं किसी ने, पी तो हो गया देखो, पी पी पी, एक पी बचेगा पूरे प्रोसेस में, एक पी भी रहेगा साथ में। सो वो पी को मत भूलो,